The Obama State Department is establishing diplomatic relations with the Muslim Brotherhood. What's next? Helping them strap on bombs? I'm Alan Barton. Stand by for the front page. Joining me in PJTV Los Angeles studios, Alex Epstein, fellow at the Ayn Rand Center for Individual Rights, and Terry Jones, associate editor for Investors Business Daily. All right, Terry, your paper says formal ties with the Muslim Brotherhood will confer legitimacy on what was not too long ago a terrorist organization. So what is the administration trying to accomplish here?
Well, apparently it still is a terrorist organization in all but name, but well, I think, you know, they've been slowly going about this, building it brick by brick, putting in ties with the Muslim Brotherhood over the years. You know, this didn't just begin yesterday. You know, 2009, Obama invited the Muslim Brotherhood to attend his now famous speech in Cairo. He has had outreach to both the Islamic Society of North America and to the Homeland Foundation, both of which are basically Muslim Brotherhood fronts here, operating here in the U.S. And he's had ties with them and invited them to speeches here. So he has been slowly setting the groundwork for this. And you know, 2 months ago, he basically pulled the rug out from under Israel by declaring that they were going to have to give up land and not saying anything that the Palestinians were going to have to do. And by the way, the Muslim Brotherhood is behind Hamas. For those who don't know it. So, you know, he has been, like I say, laying the groundwork for closer and closer ties with both the Muslim Brotherhood and their fronts here in the U.S. And it looks to me like a very calculated plan to make us more Muslim friendly.
Alex, Secretary of State Clinton confirmed this week the government is now going to allow diplomats to deal directly with the Muslim Brotherhood in Egypt. One of the big debates is whether they're going to keep or abide by or throw away this 30-year-long peace agreement with Israel. So how is Israel supposed to be responding to this?
Well, how do you think they're responding to it? I mean, Netanyahu comes here and gets the cold shoulder and gets, in a certain sense, a kind of public condemnation almost from Obama, and now we have open arms for the Muslim Brotherhood. So basically what you're saying is that the only moral and rights-respecting country in the Middle East we don't value, and yet we do value a terrorist organization, and I think even as important, the intellectual inspiration for a lot of these modern movements. And it's this whole multiculturalist perspective where you say no culture is better than one another. And in fact, some cultures are good and some cultures are evil. And if you don't respect that and understand that, then you get attacked.
Terry, what do you think is going on here in terms of Obama's seeming antipathy towards Israel? Maybe not so seeming. I mean, it's pretty clear. Relations are pretty poor, and this ongoing outreach to a highly questionable organization. This is totally unlike anything we've seen in terms of generally the president's relationship with Israel.
It is. For an American president to do what he's done is really extraordinary and dangerous because it's going to destabilize the Mideast in ways that are now unpredictable. But this is not something new. I mean, people should understand this. This has been the progressive left's goal since the late 60s, to delegitimize Israel, to strip them of their rights to their land, and to once again make them a pariah nation. And to a significant degree, I'm sorry to say, they've succeeded, mainly by using the UN and the fact that our administration seems to heed what the UN says more than it does its own people. They're succeeding today. And I think Obama is merely fulfilling this progressive vision of a Mideast without a Jewish state of Israel in it.
Alex, looking at Egypt specifically, do you think the democracy movement has in any way mellowed the vigilance or the sort of, the Muslim Brotherhood's traditionally very strident stand? Are the responsibilities of leadership going to mellow that at all? Or are we about to put another Hamas into power in a far more significant country?
Yeah, I find that there's kind of this backwards way of looking at it as in, oh, the Muslim Brotherhood's involved, maybe they'll moderate. No, the way I think of it is the Muslim Brotherhood is a poisonous organization. Any trace of them in the political system is poisonous. So the idea that they have a major presence, I don't care if they moderate. That means we have half a massive dose of poison in the whole system. So that's not a good thing at all. They should be ostracized and viewed as unambiguously bad in whatever quantity. Now, of course, if they have to compromise with some other people, what they want to do that's really destructive will be somewhat compromised. But I'm not satisfied if only 3/4 of Israel gets destroyed instead of the whole thing. I mean, that's, to me, not something to celebrate over.
All right, gentlemen, thank you. That's all the time we have. Viewers, join in on the discussion. Do you support the president's move to openly negotiate with the Muslim Brotherhood in Egypt? Click the comment button below. Join in on the discussion. For Terry Jones and Alex Epstein, I'm Alan Barton. You've been watching Front Page.